Today's Philosophy Lexicon entry is necessity, specifically the two different kinds of necessity that we find in reading and thinking about Descartes' Meditations 1 and 2. We find in Meditation 2 that the statement I think or I exist has a certain kind of necessity to it. It is necessary because every time I think it, I automatically make it true. It's made true by its very assertion. So it is impossible ever to doubt this statement successfully. Every attempt I make to doubt that I'm thinking is going to fail. Every attempt I make to doubt that I'm existing is going to fail. So there is a necessity to the statement I think, and it's very crucial for Descartes' entire project that we recognize that. I'm going to call this first kind of necessity existential necessity. There's a way in which my existence as a thinking being requires and makes necessary the truth of the statement I think. But when most students think about necessity initially, prior to reading Descartes, they think in terms of a different type of necessity. They think of things like mathematical truths, things like the truth that 2 plus 2 equals 4. And they reason, with some justice, that 2 plus 2 equals 4 is going to be true at all places and at all times for all people, regardless of context or circumstance. If all human beings in the universe were to perish, it seems plausible still to say that 2 plus 2 will still equal 4 in a lifeless void. And so there's a sense in which 2 plus 2 equals 4 is a statement that seems to have a kind of necessity to it. But it's not the same sort of necessity that we were talking about with Descartes, not the existential necessity of the I think, but something else. I'm going to call this, for our purposes, objective necessity. Objective necessity is a real kind of necessity, but note that because it deals with things outside of the thinking mind, its necessity or truth is going to stand or fall with the fate of the external world. So as we're reasoning in Meditation 2 about whether we can have any knowledge of the external world or not, there's a sense in which objective necessity really is standing in the balance of that reasoning, whereas existential necessity has already served as the ground for the entire thought experiment which is taking place. So that's my quick Philosophy Lexicon entry on existential necessity and objective necessity in relation to Meditations 1 and 2 of Descartes. Thanks for watching today. Goodbye.